Hello everyone, I'm Sam. I'm 15 years old and I do drop shipping. I got the idea from Ben Facciani to start a series kind of on YouTube to document my journey at such a young age with e-commerce because, I still have a long road ahead of me. I got 3 years of school that I have to do still, which sucks, but, have to work with what I got. I started e-commerce at the beginning of July last year during the summer. I was kind of at a down point in my life. I didn't really have a purpose. My life was broken then. I mean, not to be like depressing or anything, but I lacked purpose and drive. I didn't really have anything going on for me. I would hang out with friends and stuff, but it didn't give me true fulfillment with life. And that's when I picked up e-commerce again. I learned about it back in when I was 12 or 11, I forgot. I was doing gaming stuff, LED. I made a website. I think it was the astronaut, the LED astronaut, galaxy thing. Good product, but I mean, it was already saturated by the time I had it up. I made the store and stuff, but I got nowhere into media buying. I had no clue how to make ads or anything like that. So pretty much just a wasted store, dead store for around 2 years or 3 years, somewhere around there, before I picked it up again. I saw a lot of videos of people doing 10K days, 5K days consistently, and I thought it would be a get rich quick scheme, as many of us do. Same thing goes for trading. When I tried that, lost a couple $100 from that. But anyways, after that I got into dog collars. Those didn't get me anywhere. I still have 50 at my house because I don't even know. I didn't know what I was doing. But anyways, the first product that I actually got a sale on in the end of July was a retro mini speaker. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but it's like a little tiny speaker, Bluetooth speaker the size of my hand, but it has a cool look, retro to it. I don't even know how I found it. I think I saw it on Zendrop for viral products, and I used it. Well, I started running it and I got my first 2 sales from it. Crazy feeling ever, man. Especially when you're down 1.7K at that point, because all the money being spent on hidden monthly fees in that time from when I first started back when I was 12 to when I just picked it up. So I was already down 2K in debt with this. It wasn't the best. And then, I promised myself I would stay consistent with it, and pretty much every night I would crank out a new store. After the retro speakers, my ads got all disabled, my whole ad account, everything. Pretty much everything went to shit for my ads. And I picked up a new product. It was a dress, a satin dress or something. And that didn't get me anywhere. I was pretty much making stores every day and then spending $50 on product tests, and I wouldn't get any sales, so I had to start on a new product. And then after that, it was around December. It was actually Christmas. I was 5K in debt then. Maxed out the credit card that my dad got for me, which was truly a blessing. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it hadn't been because of him. He put $5,000 on the line for me to succeed, and I'm truly grateful for that. I had this one winter. They were cat slippers. I was selling in January, got $300 days, and then when I tried to scale, I lost all the profit, so I just gave up. And then in February, I started working with this one dude. He was running a clothing store to Germany and doing consistent 3K weeks, which was crazy for me. I worked with him for a while. We did around 150K revenue USD, but not a lot of profit. That's one of the hard things I've learned. You don't make a lot of profit in the clothing niche with all the disputes and shit. I mean, if you have your back end solidified and strong, maybe you'll avoid it. But especially with drop shipping, there's a lot of clothing quality, sizing issues. So, I mean, I personally stay away from it from now. But then I teamed up with Jaden and Abdullah on a supplement store in June. So pretty much it was summer for me. So we figured we would start on a supplement store all together and work our ass off on it. And that did good for a while before all the legalities popped up. And now we stopped running it. And then in the beginning of August, we started running a new product, new fitness store. And that's currently giving us around 20K days. And, it's a crazy feeling, especially where I came from. one of the things you have to learn is it does not come overnight. That's one of the hard things and realities I had to learn. I thought, oh, I'd be making 10K days in no time, like all these people I saw online, but that is not the truth, unfortunately. God got to break you before he builds you. He can't just be building off the foundation that you had before him and think that you will be able to handle the money. You have to be humbled first, and that's one of the things that I had to be before I actually started making money. But you have to stay consistent with it. Like I was saying, just put in the work each day and the results will come eventually. And just keep working, man. And I'm gonna keep updating, vlogging maybe every day, I don't know, just update with how things are for me. School's starting this Monday, which I'm not looking forward to at all, but it's all part of the process, and trusting in God's process and know that it's all going to work out in the end for the best.